All right, so we've got one of those with the division. They call this a rational function. We had one in the notes similar to this, but let's kind of do our same method. Let's pick some numbers: 0, 1, -1, 2, -2. That's always a good place to start. So if I plug in 0, that would be 1 over 0 minus 1. So that would be 1 over -1, which is -1. All right, so 0, -1. And if you plug in 1, that would be 1 over 1 minus 1, which would be 1 over 0. Oops, that's the undefined. Remember, undefined there. So at that point, let's put D and E, or does not exist, undefined. Those are kind of two different ways of saying it. What if we plug in -1? 1 over -1 minus 1. Oh, not a problem there, because that would be 1 over -2, or in other words, -1/2. 1 over 2 minus 1 would be 1 over 1, which is 1. And 1 over -2 minus 1 would be 1 over -3, which would be 1 over -1/3. So let's see what we have there. This one, we might need to come back and try a couple more points just to see the shape, because remember, this is one of those where the graph kind of gets wedged in to the corners like we saw in the notes, but it's slightly different on this one. So let me get some points on here. Let's go out, say 3 in each direction, and plot these points. So 0, -1. 1 doesn't exist, so there's nothing to mark for x equals 1. -1 would be -1/2. 2 was 1. -2, -1/3. Oh, so I think what we're actually seeing here is I kind of got these points, those ones on the left. That's actually going to be that same kind of shape where it gets wedged in. But remember, that point of discontinuity is at 1 this time. So what's going to happen on that right side? I've kind of got that stray dot. Well, let's see what would happen for x equals 3 as well. So if I plug in 3, that would be 1 over 3 minus 1, which would be 1/2. So 3, 1/2. And then so you're going to actually see if you did something like the 1.5, you would see that starts to kind of wedge up that way. So you're getting that graph. So similar to the one we saw in the notes, but shifted over a little bit. So that point of discontinuity got bumped because of the denominator not just being plain old x, it was x minus 1. So it shifted where that undefined spot happened.